Alright, intelligent systems. You built a little bit of ground back with ether raids, and for a bit I was thinking you were actually going to start fixing some of Hero's issues. And when you announced how you had big plans for version 3.0, I figured, alright, finally, we're going to actually fix a few things. Maybe readjust and rebalance the arena, maybe add a component to balance out some of the weaker units a bit more, and maybe pull back the power creep a bit. It could have been anything, but maybe, just maybe, we'll fix some of the problems. I even held back my next video thinking maybe it would be addressed. And your update's here now, and honestly, I'm incredibly disappointed. The anticipation I had for this update was thrown out the window in 2 seconds. You've changed barely anything. You gave us new kinds of blessings for ether raids, which I'm not even going to begin to go into details about how I feel like you've given up on Arena in favor of them. Event summon tickets are new, and I'm sure they'll be distributed very rarely. We've got 6 new characters, which I'm sure the King and Queen are going to die near immediately, and just like in Fates, will come back, a trope I'm not too eager to hear, and 2 of these new units are stupidly overdesigned. And we've got 2 parts of the new chapter. I know it hasn't been that long, but frankly, I expected you to actually listen, intelligent systems. You went from $21 million per month down to $13 million last month in November because people are sick of the power creep. They're not interested in your original characters, and your banners frankly sucked because people are sick of getting alternate characters that are already in the game. I refrained from saying anything before when Surtur came out with his absolutely stupid base stat total in his dumb weapon, but I just can't defend you anymore because all of your banners have been about Chapter 2 in the last month. And I don't like any of those characters enough to go out of my way for them. I'm not here for original characters. I'm here for characters from other games. And then there's this. This, intelligent systems, concerns me to no end. Only godlike characters from the Fire Emblem series can become mythic heroes. If I see a single character in the next 2 months with a base stat total of more than 180, I'm uninstalling this app immediately. And I know one friend of mine who will make sure I stick to that. You don't understand, intelligent systems. Legendary Hector, in my mind, was your first strike with the power creep. Surtur was your second. I know you want to make money, but all you're doing is making people sick and tired of your game. And of all my friends who did play this, I know of only one person who still has it downloaded. Everyone else has uninstalled it at some point because of the power creep and how mundane your game has become. I don't get it. I personally downloaded this game because I loved the idea of all these heroes from different worlds coming together. The concept of a nation able to open these portals to different realms and another able to close them, who were at war with each other, was just... it was so enticing, and it was new and something interesting. I loved everything about Asker and Emblem because it seemed armies from different games would end up warring with each other. Do you have any idea how interesting that would have been? Even though this wasn't the case, the concept was mostly similar, and we were going to other worlds just to free the inhabitants from the contracts with Emblem. I was here for the nostalgia and the story of these characters. And I didn't mind Book 2, but I was hoping we'd get back to Emblem. And clearly with this new story, the new chapter, you just have steered us away from that direction again. I'm very upset I'm not getting to see more of these other worlds interact with each other, which is what I thought the whole point of Heroes was. Instead, I'm forced deeper into new made-up lore when we didn't even learn barely anything about the dragons of Muspel and Niffle that you brought up before. I guess it just goes to show that all the bad writing in the previous games will always come back. Granted, not all of it was bad, but there were certainly a lot of places where there wasn't very much care put in. The only solace I'm taking in this is that we're finally finally getting a Radiant Dawn banner. Thank you so much for adding to the 13 characters I've had for almost 2 years from my favorite game, while Fates has 45. I just hope to high heaven you don't screw up the beast units, because they're the best parts of Fire Emblem Design in 10. And they're also some of my favorite characters. I'm going to try and keep an open mind for the next 2 months, but at this point the trust you gained with Lethal Raids has been taken back and then some. Better work some magic intelligence systems, because at this point I'm pretty close to uninstalling.